the East. It's been 2 years since AMSOIL Championship Snocross last visited upstate New York, a venue that produces racing as untamed as the rowdy snowmobile-loving crowd. As we approach the halfway point of the season, points battles take shape and tempers flare. This is Sledhead 24/7.
Hey guys, Logan Christian here. We're in Salamanca, New York this weekend for the Eastern Swing. I'm feeling good coming into this round. We've had a lot of time to do a lot of testing. Elliot, Thorst, Hunter, and I have been working really hard, and Steve have been working really hard trying to get the sleds dialed with the suspension stuff. We've been getting good starts, so we didn't test a lot there, but suspension was a big thing we wanted to get nailed down, and I think we're at a good point coming into this weekend. We had our first practice, and things are feeling good. We made some minor changes for this next one, and we'll see how it goes from there. I think the track's going to change a lot here, so I think having a good base package, which we do now after this weekend off of testing, we'll be set for tonight's show. Feeling good heading into this round. Just excited to, over this 2-week break that we had, to be able to keep making progress on the sled and trying to get the suspension more figured out and just try to make more progress on it, I guess. Every day it's just another day of learning, another day of trying to make the sled better and just trying to be faster. We still haven't gotten that first race win of the season, and that's really what we're searching for. Just try to run up front more in the finals and try to carry that momentum from the heats into the finals. Hoping we can, get some more good results in the heat races and get good starts. And this is one of those tracks where it might be a little bit tricky to pass. So trying to get in front of everybody right off the start is going to be pretty key. Sled felt good. In fact, clutching yeah. It just felt like every time I would come into the corners, it just wanted the skis would grab, and then I would lose control coming into the corner, because as soon as the ski would grab, then I would run a high side. I couldn't control it. It was coming into the corner. Every time I'd want to get on the gas and try to power through, there's just so much grab on the front right, and it's just wants the high side.
To be up there. I don't try to think about it too much. I just want to do good in the mains and keep that going and see where I'm at in the end of the season. I feel like, if I do better, I get better points. So that's how it is. I'm gonna try to do as good as possible and try to stay up there. Me and Francis Pelletier came together in a corner. I touched his rear skid or something with my ski, and he flipped over, and I did too. And he fell off the sled and get hurt. I don't know how bad it was, but he got pissed, I think, and started to post things on social media. I can't say it, social media. And I didn't care about it, because I'm not that type of guy who cares about that kind of stuff, because it wasn't a hard hit, I know he did that to me a couple times last year, so it is what it is. It's Snocross, and those things happen.
Yeah, that's what Carson's done too. We're going to run both in that second practice too, and I'll make some changes to it. I'll bring that first one in and do what you got to do to that.
The practice went pretty well. I've been doing nothing since Emihar get me in the corner Friday, so I started walking 1 week ago so far, so get on the sled feels good, so I just did everything I can just to be a good contender for tonight.
Yeah. Speaking of hard and stuff, what happened last weekend? What happened to your...
Oh, you should ask to him. I don't know if his steering is stuck or whatever, but just ask to him what's happening, because I was racing and suddenly I just went sideways, so I bet something nuclear dropped me on the head or something, I don't know. Yeah, I got a piece of my hip that is broke, so it's gonna take some time to recover, but how much I don't know. It's still hurting, but not as bad as before. I can walk, so basically, like on the Wednesday after the races, my first walk was there, and then I started climbing the stairs like 2 days later, so by the weekend I was pretty okay, so yeah.
When we return, the Round 7 main event. But first, we're taking you behind the scenes and into the mobile garage of Thien Motorsports.
You got it. Okay. Hold that first. Put up top. Okay. Hold some washers for the upper. There's the inner washer. There's the bolts. Up here that came on the top of the arm. I'll hold it. Hang on, I'm waiting.
Sledhead 24/7 on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the U.S. Air Force. Full-time, part-time, in or out of uniform. Join us. By AMSOIL. Runs on Freedom. By Polaris. And by Stud Boy. Traction with an attitude.
We're at Salamanca, New York, announcer! And there's the takeoff. Logan Christian does not get the whole shot. He got a little bit sideways in the pack. Looks like one of the all-finish Arctic Cat concrete sleds. That's Jacob Yurt going to the outside, but on the inside, that's Elias Isuel, who will grab the race lead as they come across the AMSOIL finish line. And they combine here as they work their way down the straightaway over the AMSOIL finish line. Looks like that was the Venom number 221 jumping up alongside of him. And whoa, coming into the break.
Saturday means a new day with new opportunities. Still ahead, we set the stage for round 8.
Yeah, my rookie season so far has been going great. I've had a couple really tough races, but 2 podiums, that's more than I could have asked for starting out rookie year, and just keep it going, hopefully get a couple more. Right now I'm top 5 in points. That was a goal of mine, and that's pretty awesome. My primary focus today is for sure starts, and just getting to learn the track. The vision's gonna be tough today with all the wind and snow, so just clear vision and good starts.
Yeah, the track was really mushy yesterday. I described it to people like we were riding on like corn, basically. It just blew out and super soft. So something that we don't ride very often, but it made it really technical, and I think it made it tough for everybody, but I enjoyed it. Heat races were okay. The first one we came out with a second behind Logan. Logan's been like getting all the heat wins this year. It's pretty cool for him, but P2, and then the next one we got 4th. Just didn't get the best of starts and just kind of hung there in 4th, knew we'd be on the front row. Honestly, I haven't been too pumped on my riding. I just think we're not even close to our ceiling. So I get off the track every time in both those finals, and I'm like, man, like we've got so much more potential than this. So yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of momentum. I know I can get on the podium. I know I'm a good starter, which helps. But at the same time, like we got a lot of speed that we can still tap into, and I think we can be getting wins soon. So I'm excited for that.
My name's Steve Shearing, and I own the AMSOIL U.S. Air Force Snocross race team. We're out in Salamanca, New York, just hitting the halfway point of our season. Having a great season. Right now, up until last night, we were leading the points. We had a little issue last night in the race. Today we're running second. All of our guys are doing good. We're getting a lot of heat wins. We got to capture a win yet this year. So we got a strong team, and we've got good working equipment.
Yeah, yesterday we had a little bit of a good momentum fired up in the first heat. Hunter got off to a good start, leading it. Looked like we were just going to be a solid start to a day, and all of a sudden had a nasty off. And when we got back to the trailer, we found out that the module underneath the engine had broke where the A-arm anchors, and it had tore a whole section of the bulkhead out. And been around these skidoos long enough to know that's not a 10-minute project. So we went to work, looked at the time, and realized we were not going to make the second round, to focus on making sure we were ready for the LCQ, to be ready for the LCQ to get into the main instead of really scrambling for that second round and gambling not having it right. So we went for it. We changed out the module under the engine. Normally a probably 3-hour job to do it right, and yeah, we knocked it out pretty fast. We were able to get that done, get in the LCQ, won the LCQ, got in the final. Back row is never a good thing, and there was a little bit of some traffic right away on the start, and we got shuffled back, and it really became a salvage whatever we could from the day and focus on today, put yesterday behind us, and try to leave with our heads high and head towards Deadwood.
Still ahead, the Round 9 final. Elias Ishul swept the weekend in 2020. With a target on his back, can Ishul reproduce this feat in 2022? Find out next.
looks like that's Cam and Peltier that get together.
AMSOIL Championship Snocross national events are huge. The venues are grand, and the action is ceaseless. What most of you know of Snocross is the finished product, the flames, the podium to celebrate at, every tough block, sign, flag, archway. Then there is the racing in all of its splendor. But did you ever wonder how it all came together? On this episode of The Formula, fueled by Sunoco, we are shining the spotlight on some of the unsung heroes, the first to arrive and the last to leave, the ops crew. During the event, the team is dispersed throughout the venue, ready to hop into action at any given moment. If anything needs fixing or transported, they are on it. If a rider goes down, they are among the first to arrive to promptly get the sled or bike ski side down, or remove it from the track.
We just take off running. I mean, obviously we got to be aware of all the other sleds, so we can't just go out there, but we're trying to get the racers back up and going as fast as we can to help them. Mostly pure adrenaline and instinct. Pretty much just get them out as fast as you can, unless like a ski's wedged up under the tunnel, then usually it takes a little bit more than that. But yeah, usually it's just grab a ski, flip it, and get them going, get them in the right direction.
On Saturday nights after the last race, we tear down the track, everything, put it in trailers, track down the groomers, load them up, and then we drive all the equipment to each event. So then Sunday we got to drive everything back to Minnesota.
They arrive armed with thousands of zip ties. They have a seemingly inexhaustible energy, and they don the baddest plaid in all the land. These winter warriors battle the worst weather and always seem to be smiling, from setup to teardown and everything in between.
Sledhead 24/7 on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the U.S. Air Force. Full-time, part-time, in or out of uniform, join us. By AMSOIL. Runs on freedom. By FXR. Premium outdoor gear that's worthy of who you are and what you love to do. And by Ziegler Cat. Exceptional service backing the best equipment.
Gets a good launch, and he's going to be able to box everybody else out. Jacob Yurt will tuck in behind him on the inside lane. Looks like that may be Elias Israel trying to fight it out along with Francis Peltier. Oscar North all in the mix as they come over the AMSOIL finish line. It's Pat Road initial. Second of the race leader. The battle is joined now down the hill. Here comes Ischel on the inside. He'll take the lead. Abner Wurz back alongside. Off the final corner. And Elias Ischel over the U.S. Air Force Flyway says, I love New York as the planes go in the air. Ischel gets the win here in round number 8.
Nice job, kid.
Next week, we're heading west to the Bull Ring in Deadwood, South Dakota for round 9 and 10 at the Days of 76 Rodeo Grounds.